It's the new Hop 107 now, Philly's Hot Station for hip hop and R&B. It's the Q Deezy Show. Got Mike Knox here. Now, I don't know if you guys heard BET Hip Hop Awards. It got a little crazy. It was a fight between MMG or Gunplay and G Unit. And I talked to Mike Knox on Saturday. Mike, what happened? Because we saw a clip on the internet where it appeared that Mike Knox was losing a fight to Gunplay of MMG.
Yeah.
And everyone's talking about it. That's why we had to bring you up.
Yeah, why not?
What happened?
Oh man, I mean,
start off the day. Take us through the day, Mike.
I mean, the day we was there basically to do the tribute to Chris Lighty.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So they got all of the artists that was, under Violator or, some way connected to Chris Lighty, to do a memorable tribute to him, and honor him. And that's what everybody was there for.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't about no beefs. It wasn't about a Fat Joe and 50 Cent beef, whoever beef. It wasn't none of that involved. We was in the trellis for hours, kicking it outside the trellis. We was calling it the yard.
Yeah.
It was a lot of cool things going on. Meek was back there kicking it.
Mm-hmm.
And, it's just always got to be one out the bunch. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
It always got to be one out the bunch. And it was like, I don't like to make it a 50 Fat Joe thing, but if Fat Joe Trailer could be 10 steps away from 50 Cent Trailer and there not be no issues, it shouldn't be no issues with nobody else. But it's that saying, there's always a dope fiend that doesn't have the respect or the capabilities to keep his cool and just have a memorable night. You know what I'm saying? Nobody was worried about him.
All right, so you were backstage.
Right.
Gunplay's backstage.
Right.
What happens when, who are you with? And then tell us what happened when y'all see.
It's crazy. It just feels weird. It feels weird explaining it. Because I'm so much of a real dude in the streets. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, for me, this not something you just go on the radio and just talk about. And, people know over the weekend there was no tweets, there was no Instagram, no none of that. Because I just wanted to see how it was going to be played out.
Yeah.
So for him to jump on radio Monday morning and start talking about it, it lets me know, this is just clearly about moving some records and getting some attention. And you keep attaching 50 name to the situation because that's the only way you're going to get press.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? But it's like, basically what happened was we was on a walk on our way headed to the stage, and he was running from an ass whooping.
You talking about Gunplay?
Yeah, he was running from an ass whooping.
Who was
Whatever
he?
was going on with the other situation, I don't even comment on it because it didn't have nothing to do with me.
Okay.
But whatever was going on with that, he was running from that and ran into an ass whooping.
Okay.
We seen him and he kind of, got ignorant.
People want to, like, when you say we, who's we? That's what people want to know. Who are you with backstage without,
The homies.
Okay. Okay. So, all right, y'all see him, and was it like, yo, Mike, man, what's up, dog?
He didn't know me. He was saying I was security and all that. He thought I was like a security guy. So I don't know where he get that from.
Yeah.
But, when I guess he felt like I was security when I damn near broke my hand on him.
This is what I want to know, Mike. How did you get from Gunplay is running from wherever he's coming from wherever he's coming from,
right,
to seeing you? What was the exchange? And then a fight broke out because we saw on World. And the reason I had you up here because on World Star I know you,
right,
and the things that appear on World Star, it seemed crazy. It seemed like
out of
Mike,
whack.
Yeah, Mike Knox was losing the fight.
Right.
Not saying you can't lose a fight. You're human.
Yeah.
But that's what it appeared.
Yeah. Well,
so,
what happens in them type of situations when people are fighting, they usually pepper spray the person that's the most aggressive or being aggressive or the biggest person.
Yeah.
And I was the biggest person. So he wasn't pepper sprayed at the time. They pepper sprayed all of it. So everybody tried to run from it.
Yeah.
I slipped.
Gotcha.
And anybody know if you ever been pepper sprayed before, you can't see anything.
Yeah.
You can't really talk. You're trying to get yourself together because you're caught off guard. And I caught a real big batch of it. So when the video starts, I'm already on the ground and you can see the pepper spray in the air. Then he jumps up and runs over, starts to hit me in my back.
Yeah.
You're not doing that. You hit me in my back. I'm trying to get myself together. So if that's what he felt that he needed to do to redeem himself and make himself like he did something, that's cool. But, you got treated like a dope fiend.
Okay. take us back a little bit. What was the interaction from when you first saw Gunplay to the fight? Because it wasn't like, well, I don't know, I wasn't there.
I can't really tell you what was said word for word.
Okay, but yeah, just
you know
paraphrase.
What I'm saying? Only thing I can tell you is he was in the wrong place at the wrong time, and he was acting a certain kind of way that he shouldn't have been acting, and he got dealt with. He got dealt with as if like he was gave a package, a bundle in the hood, and he messed it up, or he didn't pay his credit for the dope that he be using. You see what I'm saying? So he got dealt with. He got his ass handed to him.
Okay, now, was there at any point, because you know this, it was a lot of stories on Saturday that broke out of Atlanta, from the BET Hip Hop Awards. It was, Jeezy and Rick Ross got into something. It was 50 Cent. Let me
explain something to you.
Break it
about
down.
The whole 50 Cent thing.
Yeah.
People don't like. They always try to make it look like he's attached to something negative when that's not his thing. He wasn't there for that. Like, they fail to realize that it's a very touchy situation. This is his manager. Chris Lighty was his manager for many years.
Yeah.
So he was there for. You've never seen 50 put no beefs aside because he don't care to. He doing what he doing. So for him to put all of that to the side, to do that for Chris and, communicate with Joe and all of that stuff, you should know that we wasn't there for none of that.
Got you.
You know what I'm saying? So he never once did nothing. That wasn't his aim to do nothing.
Okay, so 50 Cent was nowhere around when all of this stuff happened.
He was in the area, but at the end of the day, like, it wasn't for him to be concerned about.
Got you.
Only thing he was concerned about was get on that stage and doing what he had to do.
Got you. So, Mike, is this where do you go from here?
It can go wherever it want to go because I don't really care.
Got you.
Like, I'm about to go in for like 7 years. So I don't need the publicity. Like, I'm not going to be able to be out here to sell no records. But I mean, if he want to get stupid and he want to act crazy, and I know he want to go do mixtapes and put out diss records and make it a whole 50 Cent G-Unit thing when it's not. That's not what it's about. It's about you being a dope fiend and you need help. You need to go and sign up to a drug treatment program and get yourself together. You're making your team look bad. He's doing any drug that's in the bottle without asking what it is.
Wow. Was there interaction between, prior to that, with, Rick Ross and, Yayo or just anybody? Was there anything that went on? That's what people want to know.
It was a little slide, some little slickery said, but it wasn't nothing. Like, words, people throw words all day. They don't hurt. Not us, anyway. What hurt is the ass whooping that Gunplay got. Okay.
Now, you saying a lot.
And I mean it.
And I know, but is this something where before you go in, this whole situation can get squashed, resolved in any way?
What is it to squash?
You said because you previously said, man, this can go anywhere, whatever you want to do. And I just, I know.
I come from North Philly, man.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, we don't squash beefs. The only way it squashes is if you go and do what you're doing and stay away from me and I stay away from you. At the end of the day. When you start getting on radio, like, I wouldn't be here if he didn't start what he did yesterday on radio. It would have stayed where it was at as far as in the streets. But he made it a promo thing to go on TMZ. They didn't even know who he was. They asking him about the other situation and thinking he was involved in that. And he's going on, he's just trying to get a look. He getting with his PR and he trying to make a run so he can put a record out. By the time I'm done with Gunplay, Def Jam gonna drop him like we did. I guarantee you that.
This, with this internet, right? Things get kind of crazy, and a lot of the story, like we saw, the slight interaction on World Star was, it seemed like you guys were getting into a fight. My whole thing is, Mike, I know you go in a couple weeks,
right?
Is there any way, like, you just say, man, forget that, next couple weeks I'm just focusing on, because I'm not trying to, because I know people are going to see this, right, and then people are going to start, it's going to go somewhere else that it doesn't need to go.
Well, listen, it is what it is. This is the life we live. Listen, you seen me in this position before.
Yeah. You
seen me in a worse situation, and I dealt with it, and I got through it. So, like, what's a fight? If you put me and him in a phone booth, he won't be able to touch me.
What was the conversation you had with 50 Cent, after this whole situation went down?
He don't think about this. He don't care about none of this. Like, he getting money. A whole lot of money. He more concerned about making sure I'm good when I go, making sure my family good. He don't care about this.
Okay. I'm glad you said that about your family.
Yeah.
I know you got kids.
There's no squashing it.
No, listen. I know you got kids. And I want to know, how do you explain this to your son? How do you explain the situation to your son?
As far as what?
As far as having this beef.
Why would I have a conversation with my son about gunplay?
No, because you know why, Mike? Because these kids are they're on the internet, and I'm not trying to be Jesse Jackson.
Listen to him. He's a druggie. Like my kid is 6 years old. He could look at him and realize that, he's on something. Something wrong with him, Daddy. I ain't never been around nothing like that. I ain't never seen nothing like that before. My kids don't listen to him. Nobody kids listen to him.
Well, Mike Knox, man. I
think about it. Look at it. They had their first go with the whole Triple C's things. It ain't work. Didn't Torch just get his ass whooped in New York by Jeezy's security guard? Like, we could go on and on. I'm just getting started. I ain't finished yet. I let him do everything he wanted to do yesterday. Not one time did I butt in. Not one time did I interfere or say anything. It's my turn now.
To be continued, people. Mike Knox, I appreciate you coming to the QDZ show.
Yeah.
I'll talk to you off air.
And again, I want to apologize to the BET Hip Hop Awards for Gunplay. He's on drugs. He needs to be in a drug treatment program. He really needs to step back from music and just get his life together. All the coke. This guy's on YouTube snorting coke. Like, it's not right. Something's wrong. It's not worth a 10. He's not worth a 10 bag of crack.
All right,
bad baby.
Mike Knox. It's the QDZ show. So just clarifying real quick, what we've learned is what we saw on World Star
was me being pepper sprayed, and I was on the ground already, so it was him running over, trying to redeem himself by hitting me in the back. And I know if I wasn't pepper sprayed, he would have got dropped 4 times and picked back up. You seen me do it. You already know. You've known me a long time. My hands swelled up. I mean, come on.
All right. It's Mike Knox, man.
This is easy.
QDZ show.
Get some help, man. Please, man. I want you to get yourself together.
You got to, but I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna end it. You have a lot of power, Mike, and a lot of people are watching what's going on.
Yeah, I do.
And
shout out to my man Meek Mills. Let's be clear. This has nothing to do with Meek Mills. Everybody is their own man. We got a lot of love for Meek Mill. He was kicking it with us at the awards and the trailers before all this even happened. Me and him talk all the time. This has nothing to do with him. I just want to show you something.
What's that right here?
Don't turn it to the camera. Just look.
Okay. That looks like a.
Nah.
Oh, you not going? We ain't gonna tell them what that is. But it look like something that goes around you. We ain't talking about that. To be continued, man. Mike Knox, I appreciate you coming to the QDZ show. Hopefully we can get this thing resolved. Keep it locked right here. It's the new Hop on 7
See you in a minute, dope fiend.